Microraptor, one of the smallest dinosaurs ever to be discovered. Microraptors were only between 1 and 3 feet long and weighed less than 3 pounds. Click to print a collector's card. Mosasaurus. Mosasaurus was huge, growing up to 50 feet. Necrolestes. Necrolestes had a big snout, a short body, and wide legs that helped it dig deep underground. Nemicolopterus. The Nemicolopterus probably used its curved claws to perch on branches high up in the tree canopy. Nodosaurus. Nodosaurus was a plant-eating armored dinosaur or ankylosaur that lived in North America during the Cretaceous time period. Its name means knobbed lizard.
Print.
Ophthalmosaurus. Ophthalmosaurus was a marine reptile that lived in the Jurassic time period. It belongs to a group of carnivores called ichthyosaurs, which look a lot like dolphins. Ornithomimus. Ornithomimus was a bipedal dinosaur that lived during the late Cretaceous time period in western North America. Oryctodromeus. Oryctodromeus used its arms and snout to dig burrows for protection and care for their young. Burrowing allowed these dinosaurs to live in areas with extreme weather. Oviraptor. Oviraptor was a feathered theropod dinosaur that lived in Asia during the Cretaceous time period. Its name means egg thief. Pachycephalosaurus. Pachycephalosaurus lived alongside Triceratops and Tyrannosaurus rex near the end of the Cretaceous time period. Paleobatrachus. Paleobatrachus was a large frog that lived in the water. By comparing the bones of this ancient frog to those frogs living today, scientists think it can hold its breath for a long time. Parasaurolophus. Parasaurolophus is one of the rarer duckbills, with a large elaborate crest on its head that functioned as a visual recognition of its species. Patinosaurus. Patinosaurus lived in the late Triassic time period and are known to have lived in what is now Italy. Pliosaurus. Pliosaurus had a streamlined head and 4 flippers for navigating through the water. It cruised slowly through the water using only 2 flippers and 4 when it needed to hunt quickly for prey. Polycotylus. Polycotylus was a large marine reptile. But unlike many other reptiles which lay eggs to have their babies, Polycotylus actually gave birth to live babies in the water, just like modern-day sea creatures such as whales and dolphins. Proganochelys. Proganochelys was believed to be about 3.3 feet in length. Other turtles, such as the leatherback sea turtle that exists today, can grow over 6 feet long and can weigh over 2,000 pounds. Protoceratops. Protoceratops was a ceratopsian dinosaur that lived in Asia during the Cretaceous time period. Protopteryx. Protopteryx was a starling-sized bird from the Cretaceous period that lived in what is now China's Hebei province. It was a bird with teeth that had long, scale-like feathers. Pteranodon. Pteranodons were found in North America and England and were thought to live during the late Cretaceous time period. Pterodaustro. Despite being able to fly and having a top wingspan of 8 to 9 feet, Pterodaustro was not a bird. It was a pterosaur, which is a flying reptile, making it a distant cousin of the pteranodon. Tilladus. Tilladus was about the size of a squirrel and was probably a great tree climber, just like squirrels are today. Quantosaurus. Quantosaurus is a two-legged plant-eating dinosaur that lived in Australia during the Cretaceous time period. Chonchosaurus. Compared to other tyrannosaurs such as T-Rex, Chonchosaurus had a long snout, earning it the nickname Pinocchio Rex. Quetzalcoatlus. Quetzalcoatlus was a giant pterosaur that lived in what is now North America during the late Cretaceous time period. Raptor Rex. Raptor Rex was a meat-eating theropod that lived in Asia during the Cretaceous time period. Rabdodon. Rabdodon was a two-legged plant-eating dinosaur that lived in Europe during the Cretaceous time period. Rhamphorhynchus. The jaws of Rhamphorhynchus were full of needle-like teeth, which were angled forward, with a curved, sharp, beak-like tip lacking teeth, indicating a diet mainly of fish and insects. Rheosaurus. Rheosaurus was a very large dinosaur for the late Triassic period. In fact, it is believed to be one of the largest animals in its home of South America during its time. Sonajay. Sonajay, like other snakes, probably sensed its prey by feeling vibrations on the ground and sticking its tongue out to smell the air. Sauroposeidon. Sauroposeidon looks a lot like a giraffe. And just like giraffes, this huge dinosaur probably used its long neck to eat leaves high up in the trees. Sauronitholestes. Sauronitholestes was a small theropod dinosaur that lived during the Cretaceous time period. Its name means lizard bird thief. Shonosaurus. Shonosaurus was a giant ichthyosaur, a kind of marine reptile that lived in the Triassic time period. Cynovinator.